Funding great science and important space research and education projects often doesn't have to take a lot of money. At Uwingu, we are men and women who've decided to use our business's proceeds to create a new source of funding for researchers and educators studying our universe. We've spent more than 2 years designing and building software products that will help people relate better to the sky and to space, and then, through their purchases, fund space exploration, space research, and space education. We will market our products globally over the internet and use the proceeds after expenses to create something we call the Uwingu Fund for space research and education. We hope sales on Uwingu's products will raise millions, perhaps even tens of millions, annually for the Uwingu Fund. We'll offer researchers and educators the opportunity to propose projects to the Uwingu Fund. And just as federal funding agencies do, we'll use peer review panels to select the best projects to be funded. You might ask, how can millions or even tens of millions make a difference when NASA spends billions on space projects every year? Well, it's true that NASA spends billions on space science. Only about 10% of that money gets into the hands of researchers and educators. The rest buys rockets, spacecraft, and ground systems, a massive infrastructure that could be better utilized if Uwingu funding could be generated. Today, only a few $100 million is being spent annually to fund the researchers and educators who make the discoveries from NASA's missions and who communicate this new science to school kids and the public. The Uwingu Fund can make a difference, either by erasing some budget cuts or by creating new sources of funds. Never before has there been any significant source of non-governmental funding for space research and education. With Uwingu, we can fill this gap, creating a new private funding source for space researchers and educators.